Morning students, I am here Miss Tanya. Now I am here for this Act 1 Scene 2. As yesterday I told you about these suitors, Napoleon Prince, County Palatine and all these things. So today we will discuss about the first three suitors, that is Napoleon Prince, County Palatine and French Lord Monsieur Le Bon. Okay, about these three people, that what did means when Nerissa named them, then what did Portia says about them. First is Napoleon Prince. Nerissa says first there is the Napoleon Prince. She says, Portia, here there is the prince from Naples. You can write Napoleon Prince means prince from Naples. So Portia say, that's a cold indeed. For he did nothing but talk of his horse. Portia says, yes, he is like a wild young horse. He is like what? A wild young horse. He does nothing but talk of his horse. And he makes it a great appropriation to his own good parts that he can shew him himself. And she says, beside he consider it as his own merit that he can shew his own horse. I am much afeard, my lady, his mother played false with the smith. Now she says, like, I am really afraid. Now this line in some of the books it might not be written because it has been uncensored. So in your book only it may be given till here, he can shew him himself. So here she further says that he considered it as his own merit that he can shew his own horse. And I am much afeard, my lady, his mother played false with the smith, and said, I feel like his mother did not train him well. So here when Nerissa told about Napoleon Prince, the first line itself shows that Portia is not at all interested. As she says, he is like a wild young horse, and no one will like to marry a wild person. And he does nothing but what he does, only talk of his horse, and he considered it as his own merit, and he think that he is doing something very great. Now later on Nerissa says about County Palatine. She says, then there is the County Palatine. She showed him the next person and said, what about the German Palatine County Palatine? Portia says, he did nothing but frown. He said he only frowned, as who should say, and you will not have me choose. He hears merry tales and smiles not. She says, if you do not want me, just as if to say, if you do not want me, choose anyone you wish, I do not care. He hears good stories, merry tales, without a smile. Means he is a frowning person. If you say that if you do not want me, choose anyone you wish, I do not care. Means anyone I can choose, but he is just a frowning, means not even he smile, not even he have any response. So what kind of person he is? Even if he hear good stories, he will not at all smile. I fear he will prove the weeping philosopher when he grows old. She says, I fear that when he will grow old, he will be called as a sad philosopher. He will become a sad philosopher, being so full of unmannerly sadness in his youth, because in his young age he is so unpleasant, he is so gloomy. So if in young age he is so gloomy, then definitely in his old age he will be called as a weeping philosopher. Always he will be sad. I had rather be married to a death's head with a bone in his mouth than to either of these. Now what Portia says finally, now here Portia tells about both. That is first Napoleon Prince also and County Palatine. She say, I should rather marry a grinning skull with a bone in its mouth than marry either of these. Either of these means either County Palatine or Napoleon Prince. Means I can marry a grinning skull, just a skull with the bone in its mouth, but I cannot marry these two people. God defend me from these two. She prays to God. She says, God, protect me from both of them. Means both of them, the first two people whom did Nerissa introduce to Portia, just showing them and telling their name, Portia just rejected them, telling their qualities and saying it is better marrying a grinning skull with a bone in its mouth rather than marrying them. Then Nerissa says, how say you by the French lord Monsieur Le Bon? Now what she says here, what about French lord? Now another one is French lord, his name is Monsieur Le Bon. Portia says, God made him and therefore let him pass for a man. Portia says, as God has made him, like all of us are being created by God, God has made him, we may let him pass for a man. He is a man. As God has created him, he is a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker. She says, but I know the truth, we should not mock at anyone, we should not make fun of anyone. But why he had a horse better than the Napoleon prince. Now here, Monsieur Le Bon she compares with Napoleon prince and also with County Palatine. You can understand. Napoleon prince has the character what? He always talk about his horse. County Palatine, what character he has? He always frown. Now these two people she just made into one and said, I will not marry any of them, rather I will marry a grinning skull with a bone in its mouth. Now French Lord Monsieur Le Bon she compare with both of them and says that I know it is sin to be a mocker, but why he had a horse better than the Napoleon, a better bad habit of frowning than the Count Palatine. Now she says, but he is attached to his horse more than the Prince of Naples. Prince of Naples is also attached, but more than Prince of Naples, he is attached to his horse. He frowns more than the County Palatine. County Palatine also frowns, but he frowns more than County Palatine. He is every man in no man. He is saying he has everybody's else characteristic. She says he has everybody's else characteristics, but no personality of his own. He has no personality of his own, no character sketch of his own. He will fence with his own shadow. Now she says, just before line she says, if a throstle sing, he falls straight a capering, he will fence with his own shadow. Now she says, he has everybody's else character sketch. If he hears a thrush sing means bird sing, he starts to jump about. He feels so happy, he starts jump. And he would draw sword against his own shadow. And what a kind of great person. He take out his sword and fight with his own shadow. He feel that is an enemy. So he fight with his own shadow. He jump listening the birds singing. So what kind of man is he? If I should marry him, I should marry 20 husbands. It means why saying marrying 20 husbands? Because he has different character sketch, not a characteristic of his own. So many people in him, like so many people's character in him. So she says, if I marry him, it would be like getting married to 20 husbands. If he would despise me, I would forgive him. For if he love me to madness, I shall never requite him. She says, if he were to hate me, I would forgive him. If he hates me, it's very good, I will forgive him. But if he would love me madly, if he is going to love me madly, I would never return his love. It's better for him to hate me because I will forgive. But if he is going to love me madly, I can never return that same love back to him. It means all these three people are being rejected by Portia. She says it's very difficult. First she told about Napoleon Prince, that is considered to the horse. Then she said about County Palatine, who always frown. You should remember the main point. Napoleon Prince, talk about his horse, consider his own merit doing this. County Palatine, always frown, a sad person, never smile. Okay, and then she take both of them, and what she says, marrying either of them, it is better to marry a grinning skull with a bone in its mouth. Then third she comes to French Lord Monsieur Le Bon. She say that he talk about his horse more than Napoleon Prince. He frowns more than County Palatine. It means he does not have his own characteristics. And then what? When he hear the bird sing, he jumps. He fight with his own shadow. So marrying him, it is like marrying 20 husbands. So better, if he is going to hate me, I will forgive. But if he is going to love me, I cannot return back his love. I hope you understood. This three character sketch, remaining three character sketch, I'll tell you later on. Thank you.